My name's Laura Hoffman. I'm 56 years old. I'm a lifelong resident of Greenpoint. When I was a kid and through raising my family, Greenpoint was kind of small in the scheme of things, kind of small and invisible to the rest of the city. We were invisible in terms of environment, in terms of transportation, in terms of a lot of things. We had a lot of little mom and pop stores through the neighborhood, working people with blue collar jobs, a lot of them working in industrial sites along the waterfront, along East River and Newtown Creek. We knew that there was pollution, we could smell it, we could taste it, we could feel it. But people used to, get sick. Well, some of us didn't quite know where the pollution was because, street ends were inaccessible, industrial areas, people really didn't wander there because they were bad areas. Although, if you were like the bad kid on the block, which me and my husband were, we were the bad kids on the block. We used to explore the industrial areas, and I used to climb up on the big mounds of salt and swing on ropes over the water, and my husband used to go swimming in the East River and just be kids. So but we never made like the connections of where the nasty stuff was happening, I guess, back then, until way later on, until we started raising a family. I'm kind of fast forwarding through my childhood to get to my children's childhood, because I think that's where a lot of the important stuff to me happens. We were helping an organization down at Barge Park called the Hispanos Unidos de Greenpoint run a softball tournament because we couldn't afford to put our kids in Little League. So we figured, this is great, we could do that. But then while that was happening also, we had meandered down to this park that we weren't familiar with, because that wasn't the park where we used to hang out when we were kids. And we noticed that, it smelled. And there were a lot of issues there.
What park was that?
Barge Park. Eventually, our softball tournaments kind of dissolved because it got harder and harder for so many kids not to have a bathroom there. And the bottom line is people were peeing on the trees, and we didn't want to continue things like that. And so, we just thought that we were halting it for a while until we, could convince agencies to build a park house. But it actually turned out to be over a couple of decade fight to get a park house. Point blank, me and my husband were that pissed off that the kids didn't have a bathroom. And I think we would have kept on going till both of our dying breaths until we got it. Because it just wasn't right that, we could have been running tournaments all these years. It was actually, we felt that it was actually a service to the community and to even certain agencies, because it kept kids off the street. A lot of the kids that we worked with were really exposed, up front with a lot of big decisions related to drugs around here, because the drugs were out of this world in this neighborhood.